I'm just editing this video now, and I've realised there's no real introduction or explanation as to what it's all about, so I'll explain it now. My barn neighbour and good friend Jaco bought a Dutch barge from Commaero, which is about an hour north of Amsterdam. He needed to get out to the barge with supplies and a little tender and basically a van load of stuff, right? So he said to me, let's take your comma. I said, that sounds like a terrible idea. Let's rent a new van. And he talked me into it. So that's exactly what happened. We went in the comma. Enjoy. That's it, the van's fully loaded. Boat, winch, various boxes of bits and pieces, chain. Fair bit of weight, but sitting pretty. So these are the only tools I'm packing. Cable ties, mole grips, about 5 rags, a few gloves, and some tapes. I can't envisage using any more than that. Snag straight away, petrol station's closed. This is the night before, by the way, we're not even left yet. What time is it? 9 o'clock. We tried to get petrol earlier and the petrol station was closed. The next nearest petrol station is like 15 miles away. We're not 100% sure if that's going to be open tomorrow, and if it isn't, the next one after that is another 15 miles. And I don't know if we're going to get there. So Facebook just said the petrol station is back open, but rather than drive the van round to find out if it is, Rowena's driving us around in her car. If it's not open, we're going to go back to the barn, and there's some petrol in the Land Rover and some other stuff. We're just going to fill up a 5-litre jerry can, put it in the back of the van, and that should get us to the 30-mile petrol station if all else fails. But so far it's going well, yeah?
Not even left the house. It's the night before.
Yeah, so good fun. Right, so we've just had to come down the barn. Got a couple of litres in that. Desperate times. After 4:15, we're heading off. Not a lot of fuel. 25. Nothing's fallen off yet that we know of. It's going well. $39 litres. I'll work out how far we've gone and what the MPG is on it. Not a lot. Low 20s probably. But it's overheating. The overheat alarm's going off. We're just outside Folkestone now. It's been at like 102 degrees the last 10 miles before the services. We've bought some water. We're going to top it up. And hopefully it's just low on water for some strange reason. But if it just does that every 150 miles or something, we'll be alright. If it gets worse, we won't be alright. But one thing I didn't say is that I was having overheating issues before. You might have seen the videos. But since then, I've got a much thicker radiator, much larger radiator, and also I repositioned the water pump. I was pretty sure the water pump was allowing, once you got an airlock, it wouldn't get rid of it, but I've changed the orientation of it now, and that shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Geography. Don't get it done.
Do you want to explain? Right. We're sat waiting to get on the train, but what happened is that when we stopped for fuel, neither of us know how this happened. We got back onto the M20, is it?
Yeah.
Heading back towards London for about 15 or so miles. Make it worse, we sat in traffic for about 40 minutes. And then we realised when it said London this way, and I'm like, so what's that road then? How does that go to Europe and London? And then yeah, we turned around and now we're here though, so that's fine. Just waiting to go on the train.
How's the toilet?
Great, actually.
Awesome.
Right, we're on the tunnel. What happened just before we got in the tunnel is that all the ignition was off and the fan just kicked in. Now I know from the fan kicking in on its own for no apparent reason, it's when I've pulled the fuse to the electric water pump controller. So I turned the ignition on and the water pump controller wasn't lighting up. I checked and the fuse had popped. Put a new fuse in it, popped again, and this, you can smell it. It stinks of burning. It's f***ed basically. And without it, the pump doesn't run. And I know from experience, you've got like 5 minutes, 10 minutes before you pop a head gasket. It gets so hot with no water pump. So we're gonna wait until we get off the other side, and then we're gonna see if we can hot wire the pump, hardwire it, so it's just running constantly. And if that's the case, it should be fine. Won't have a temperature gauge and won't have a fan. But what else can we do?
Oh, that's better.
So the pump is running constantly. We might jump the fan as well. We're going to check the coolant and then we're going to get off this stupid train and carry on. We've jumped the relay for the fan so it runs constantly, and we've jumped the wires for the water pump so that's running constantly. Topped it with cooler, it took about 2 litres, don't know where that's gone. We're good, we're in France and we're on. Vive la France! Away. It's taken us off the motorway to go and join another motorway. We think we're in Holland. We don't know. But the Jaco water pump wiring and fan is not blown up yet, but that gets nice and toasty. So far, so good. So we are in Holland. We actually made it. Nearly ran out of fuel. We had like 170 miles left, and we decided we'd fill up at about 150 miles left. Couldn't find any petrol stations on the motorway, and we're down to 100 miles now away. So 50 miles later than we wanted to put fuel in, but it didn't run out luckily. Cooler as well, had to top that up. It only took about a quarter of a bottle, probably about 100 mil. And it seems to be behaving itself, so yeah, carry on.
might be on the wrong side.
You
What? How is it my fault? Everything's my fault.
There's a drop pin there.
Oh yeah, that might be my fault.
Someone's
Go around to the right. We're going to have to swim for it. Oh, we've got a boat. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure, but I think we might be on the wrong side. Oh no. Nope, there it is. Your boat. Oh, she's a beauty.
As if there was any doubt. Comma, Dutch barge. Success. An engine for a coffee table. Nice. Night night engine. This is the shower accommodation. All fresh and showered. Bloody luxury. We're about to go for a test drive in the barge. Pretty nasty looking, but it's a temporary fix and it's what I gotta do. So the barge which Jaco's bought, there's an engineer that's been doing like engine maintenance to it, and we were chatting to him earlier and he was in a Trabant, and he also said he has a couple of vans, right? So he showed me them and I had to come and have a look at them. So UAS 4102, I think. Ooh, makes the comma look plush. Ooh, they're pretty much identical. Oh Christ, he's got more. Oh. He's got everything.
It's lovely. Oh, the sidecar. What's that?
Wow. It's bloody amazing.
I've got the
You can talk, you can talk. Yeah. 452 he said it was. UAS 452. So he's got two of them. He said this one was an ex-ambulance. He's got a Barcus 1000 3-cylinder 2-stroke. I didn't realise these were front-wheel drive. Absolutely cool. This is the guy. All sorts of toys. Oh, thank you very much.
Chin chin.
If me and you got our shit together, it may end up like this.
Dutch, Charlie. Tjalk can do that. Who's in Tjalk? Just walk.
You will never see me again. Thing of dreams.
You put the petrol of a paraffin in it.
That's absolutely awesome, isn't it? This is, I mean, we might have actually already died and gone to heaven. This is just so good. I have to check I'm still alive.
He tells me he's not on any social media, but if you're ever in the Commaero area and you need engineering work, cars, motorbikes, boats, check him out. Eight o'clock in the morning on Sunday. My ferry's at 15:50. Got to be there like an hour before. And that's not taking into account any stops for fuel or adding coolant or letting it cool down. Hopefully it'll just sail on through and it'll be fine. But yeah, it's been good. Time to head back. So long! See you back in the UK! Fuel stations seem to be quite few and far between on the motorway, so I've pulled over to get fuel. I'm still in Holland. And I'm going to check the coolant, etc. The screen wash pipe has come off. I don't know if you can see. Big jobs. That is some mentally high price for a small amount of fuel. Jesus. Fixed. I hope they don't need this. Some COVID pass or something. Right, so just top the coolant up. Whilst I'm there, may as well dry this piece of paper out. And yeah, it smelled a bit hot just now as I'd stopped, but to be honest, it was full of coolant and the engine itself didn't feel hot. Bit difficult to see what exactly is going on, as what I've been doing is that this pipe is higher than the fill-in point on that radiator. So what I've been doing, I want to remake this pipe and run it underneath the inlet manifold so it's no longer the highest point, and then I could fill it from that point. But until that day happened, I fill it from here. I remove that to make sure the air locks are out, and we're good to go. It's got a expansion tank there, like a overflow reservoir, pipe submerged. Weird stuff is happening. It's obviously pushing coolant out. Don't know why. Maybe I should just get on and compression test it, but the engine seems healthy enough. It's just eventually the coolant gets low enough that it starts running hot. Been here before, but oh well. Onwards. Seems to be some sort of motorway closure, and we're at a standstill. Bloody hell. Oh no, it's a police stop. Wet and miserable, I could only be in one place. The UK! Woohoo, I made it! I'm just going to check the coolant level, make sure that's fully topped up. I've just filled up with fuel, that should get me all the way home. And then, yeah, nothing to it, just head home like it's nothing. Been a haul in the back in my 1968 Commaero. Easy. Just fueled up at my local petrol station. It's like 39 odd litres. I will put there what the mile per gallon was, because I've got no trip meter because I've got no speedo. But being as I know where I've come from, I'll Google Maps it and work out the MPG. It's not going to be good. And I was giving it some on the way back. So it was 450 miles each way, 455 I think, and it did a bit of running around whilst we were there. So actually, excuse me, we did about 50 miles extra than we needed by going the wrong way, and then having to double back on ourselves. So what I'm getting to is that I think comfortably I've done over 1,000 miles this weekend. Cooling system is still a bit of a problem, but it's not a massive issue. I'm pleased with the van. Made it home, safe and sound. What a vehicle, what a vehicle.
That's good.